We officially giving up the 600 gold to win games with Galactus first steps this season is so boring. Hey, Miko, thank you for the 2 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Grab the chat from the YouTube side. New Galactus seems like it was probably a lot of coding hurdles or a big dumb 6. I mean, it's a very neat, novel concept. Just in practice, it's just not very interesting. Do either of the cards releasing today do anything? One of them is just big dumb 6 drop, right? It's Fire Lord and Frankie Ray. These two cards are going to be interesting, at least. Frankie Ray could be some sort of hand buff Sasquatch Mockingbird card. Yeah, maybe. Frankie Ray is absolutely a one-time trigger, so you need to increase her power to get her more stats. But if you give her at least a +2, honestly, she might be a good fit. I was just thinking I wanted to play some with this. She might be an okay fit inside of here. You hit her with Mr. Fantastic or Surge or Elsa or Gwenpool or Galacta. Yeah. If you hit her with a +2, she's a 210. Which seems fine. You probably need 2 6s for her. It's probably like this core plus Mockingbird, yeah. Do I need an enabler for Mockingbird other than Mysterio and Kate? Probably at least one more. Oh, we played Sam. He's an enabler, yeah. And he appreciates Or Elsa appreciates him. I don't think you could really play Brood and Mr. Sinister alongside Mysterio. I think that's too much. This with Frankie as the last card seems fine. Seems potentially reasonable. Zero tech cards might be ambitious though. Trimmed Enchantress. Honestly, Gwenpool doesn't have a lot of synergy here. Could leave Enchantress in. Do that. I don't think there's anything to do with the Series 4 card releasing there. Hey, can anybody tell me anything compelling to do with this card? Revive one of your discarded or destroyed 3-cost cards here. What am I doing with Firelord? It's a more specific Phoenix Force. Someone said it's worse Phoenix Force. It's a more specific Phoenix Force. Because you're guaranteed to get a 3 instead of getting a random. Is there anything like Surfer kinda? It's just like how are you ever like anything in Surfer? You're like, okay, it's just like worse than Surfer First Steps probably, and worse than Absorbing Man, and worse than Grandmaster. Yeah, it just reads as like it has way too many moving parts for too little payoff. Yeah, it's a cute Airwalker one too. Like if this is your only 4 in your deck, you can blow up Airwalker and then it gives you back to you for free. It's like a bigger stats Angel. And that's definitely what we need, right? A bigger stats Angel. Does Frankie ever go in this shell? Is she better than any of the cards we're playing here already? Yeah, like is a 2/6 worth playing? Maybe. Big, maybe. 2/6 is a lot worse than a 2/10. Like when you're hitting her with a plus at least, like when she's a 2/10 some amount of the time, that seems reasonable. You get rid of Thaddeus. No. You need 3 payoffs. Thaddeus is your 3rd payoff. You probably cut Nebula if you're gonna fit her in, because Nebula is just like another way to make stats. I believe she's better than Nebula. There's a lot of Killmongers running around right now. Armor and Frankie as the last 2 here. I don't hate that. Is magic still a liability? I don't think so. Merlin's calmed down a whole heck of a lot. And there is some design overlap with Storybook Brawl and Once Upon a Galaxy. Puho. I don't know exactly how much, but there's a non-zero amount there. So what are the best cards for reasonably giving Frankie some extra amount of power? Galacta, obviously. Oh, Agony's actually a really good call out. I was just thinking this card wants Forge, but Agony's a real answer. Does this build want Agony in it? Agony's a really good call out. We should Frankie plus Namora. That's just like asking to get Red Guardian, do ya? You're just gonna get Red Guardian to cry? I have to have some 6s, yeah? What are my 6s? I think you need 2 6s. It's just Mysterio plus Mockingbird Sasquatch, yeah? Is there any other answer? So you have to play a 6 to double the lady. She-Hulk could be a possibility in some builds. I feel like it's hard to pass on your 5th turn in most hand buff decks. And I also think Sunspot's in an incredibly bad spot due to Killmonger's and Electra seeing play now. I don't hate the idea of just playing Doom. I think Namora is asking for trouble. I think if you're playing Namora, you're gonna be sad a lot of the time. What if we just did something like this? then Frankie's a 2. And then I probably want, like, some tech cards in the 2-3 slot. Are there any other good payoffs for Agony I should consider? I have Scarlet Spider and what's it called? Just probably enough. Nico. Nico's an interesting thought. I have Zabu, and you don't mind eating Surge on occasion. Bastos. It's probably just a tech card for the last slot here, gamers. That's a cute thought I don't hate, and I do love my Penny variant. And Penny's technically a way to buff Frankie. I don't hate that. Can I cut Mr. Fantastic? He's so hard to target. Everybody coped up? I'm gonna cut Mr. Fantastic for Penny Parker. All coped up and ready to go. It's probably Nico. Nico's probably the cut. I think Nico's actually a lot worse with the addition of Elektra and Killmonger that people are playing. Just because one of her good modes in Demon gets kind of shut out. Alright, I'm marginally more excited for Frankie after building decks than going into it, so. We've got some range here. We're gonna start here. All right, I'm gonna roll an ad, and I'm gonna run and grab a snack because I feel a little hungry, and then we've got cards dropping in like 3 minutes. So enjoy these adverts. We're gonna start with Frankie when we return. Penny or Scarlet, whatever shall I do? Play tech cards and actually win games instead of losing them with the new card. Oh. Not excited about Firelord. I would love a reason to be excited about Firelord. Please sell me on him. Bootman, thanks for dropping the primer off again. Appreciate the 32 months. Zodiac, thank you for the 14. Sionezer, thank you for the almost 2.5 years. And Irish Texas, 626. Howdy doody, folks. Firelord can revive a Cassandra Nova. That's you miseried. Sold. In it to win it. Thanks. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Chip in a chair, hope in a dream. Is this the mythical Kid Omega deck the Legends foretold of? Ooh, mystery border. Ah. I almost thought this was the same character until I noticed the template, the name template. I was like, what's going on there? Oh wait, did the other card not release? I thought it was supposed to be in a Series 4-pack. Is it bugged? Alright, sounds like Firelord might not have dropped. It does say the 26th of the data mines, but I thought the official communication was this week. Am I wrong? I thought it was communicated that it was this week, but I don't have a link off yet. Alliance missions! Second dinner officially announced that it was this week. And Griffin confirmed that in Team Answers. Well, there you go. We're start here. It's got a copy of Agony and Penny Parker in it. What's not to love? My sand castle is nice and whatever. Come kick it over. Forgot to grab alliance missions, rip. Time to play 6 rounds of not drawing the new card. Yep, sounds right. We'll snap the beep boop. Ooh, a piece of candy. Look at this. Look at this 112 chat. Seems fine, eh?
We are the future.
Future. Got me, Finch. Obviously, free cubes from our AI Overlord here, but that was a good theory craft of what our deck could do. She was a 112, which is all you want. That's like bigger than Angela and co. She was a 112 that notably wouldn't have gotten Killmongered or Electred, so. Ooh, that's a good thought / interesting deck building from chat. Valentina can generate a 6 energy card to trigger Frankie for you without needing you to pay 6 for it. That card wasn't in any of my initial let's build around Frankie decks, but that seems like a very reasonable direction to move in. Ah, yes. 7 cards in my deck that cost 3 or less. And these are the 5 that don't. That also lets you very cleanly play Frankie plus the 6-drop in the same turn. Oh, yeah, that's a good call out. I dig that. Yeah, Sasquatch and Mockingbird are another way to enable Frankie. We've got some builds with that too. I just decided to start with this one today. Our opponent's taking a while, and I think there's a pretty low chance that we win the game, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go next year. Grab my alliance missions while I'm thinking about it. I don't think people who keep suggesting Namora, I'm gonna give you the best deck building advice you're ever gonna get.
Legendary.
Play less bad cards in your deck, and your deck will be better. So, Namora isn't suddenly going to be good because of a likely middling 2-drop. So, like, they got a free 6-drop, but I feel like I came out ahead in this, yeah? I could be right to play Frankie and then curve into the spider on her. Am I gonna get bigger than 7 here? I don't think so. Actually, you know what? I should move this here and then Gwenpool here, because they're more likely to Cosmo here if they have it. Bo, thank you for the 2 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Well, if that ain't the spookiest shit I've ever played against, I don't know what is. Massive chode. I'd like your finance Magneto off the top, please, deck. Are we dead? This is plus 13 over here up to 30. I'm only tied in the center. They'd have to add 9 here. Oh, they're just gonna cannonball us out of the Nexus, yeah.
Escaped.
Frankie would have happened there, but unfortunately it was also a game of Marvel Snap, so cards that just make numbers tend to be worse than cards that break your opponent's numbers, is the lesson to walk away from there with. You don't seem too high on Frankie even before testing. I think it is difficult to have a card like Frankie be good in a game like Marvel Snap. The spot's not gonna know what hit it. So don't buy Frankie Got It. Frankie is the type of completely forgettable card that you can just replace with something else in basically every deck, and then it'll still be fine. I'll move him into the center so he can dodge a tech card here, ideally. I mean, Shank's right, so that's true. We're not going to get shanked this game. We got that going for us. Retreat bots. Retreat bots. They take all my joy. Yeah, Frankie only doubles a single time, gamer. So if you're looking at why am I not playing a deck that can play multiple 6 energy cards, your effect only happens once. So you need to buffer before you double her to have a shot. I'm not playing Shang-Chi, and Gamma Lab has flipped up, so I should probably leave. Is the unfortunate reality. Although if they're a end-of-turn pile of cards, they might not be. Might not be a Shang deck either. I'll snap Bob out. Play a game. Hull cappage before Bob moves. Really? Cool. The more you know. What if I do this, and then I go Galacta into Frankie next turn? Think I want to contest the center. Could Spider the Hulk to move it, and then I just punt the left? Why would I want to punt the left? Can somebody explain to me why punting the left is a compelling decision? I don't see it. I think we're probably dead. Only going to 16 on the right. So if Bruce pops, we die. You don't understand what just happened. And so the end of turn deck, when you have 2 Invisible Woman first steps, gives you your end of turn effects 4 times. So their Athena got plus 12, and their Havoc gets 16. Is the end of turn deck a little bit too strong? God, you fucking gamers are all annoying. Like the only two types of things. There's first new deck that's not just tech card sloshing forever. Video gamers, is this too strong? No, please stop. It's fine. I'm begging you, hands and knees. I don't love any of my choices here. I mean, they can't Shang-Chi be everywhere, right? Oh, there's actually only one Shang-Chi target, you know? Oh, does Doombot beat the dork in the altar? I'm gonna bet the house on yes.
Do rules all.
The period, right? Play the new Marvel Snap card, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Thank you, sir. May I have another? It was 36 power, yeah. It was sweet for half a second there.
We are the future. Snap. Victory.
Does Frankie's card design make sense? I really like Frankie's card design. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I think it's kind of a neat, novel thing to do. It's just, you know, Marvel Snap is Marvel Snap. Alright, I snapped and they didn't retreat. This is exciting. My Frankie is a 2-6, tuned to be 212. Please don't hurt her. Please don't hurt her. She's so lovely, Sewer. Puts me to 15 post cannonball, but the cannonball is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I just want to play games. I get shanged and die or whatever, or they'll just play for the right. It's actually hilarious to me that someone called White Palace their least favorite location on a game board where New York was flipped face up. Very, very, very funny. White Palace. White Palace is just like, doesn't even make a... God. It's like just such a neutral find location that gives you a little bit of extra information too. It's like not remotely a big deal. Thanks for the gift sub, Jace. Very nice, very nice. We need Mobius. It's fucked up. You need Mobius, Jeff. I'm right here, boss. Why'd you need, sir? Sir, I'm here. You called. I like how we both just played it in the middle, like, this doesn't matter. Surge Bishop. A bounce enjoyer, perhaps? This is a snap. No? I mean, no is the answer to that. That's why I didn't do it. Sarah Tech is my guess. They are absolutely Sarah Tech. Good call. Oh, so what's the hope here? The hope is they play Sarah over here to leave them more space here, and then we pull these in. Alright, I'll snap on the Magneto, plus Dr. Doom to fill the center. And then they're not going to fill the right, and I'm going to die miserably to a Shang-Chi. Yes! They filled the right! I would say sometimes lucky, but read them like a book. And so smart. SMRT. My doom bots. I guess if they're on the Mysterio monkey build, they could theoretically fill the center.
Do rules all.
What in the Shang-brained kind of hell is this?
Victory.
Gamer, you put 8 points on the left. 8 points! You put 8 points on the left! What is happening? What? Oh! This is why people love their tech cards, by the way, because they regularly make plays like this and they're successful with them often. This is why tech cards are so popular, because that level of play is frequently rewarded. Zengrieve, thank you for the over 5 years. I appreciate the 63 months. Welcome back. Wow, all my 4s are still in my deck. What a lovely Zabu. Push the button to that one. Can we appreciate for a minute how great this Agony variant is, by the way? Holy. That's a big man right there. It's a big man in town. Speaking of big men. I am really surprised they didn't try and murder the Agony. Ah, shoot, they have priority, which means, they have priority, which means I can't move the Invisible Woman before the what's it called happens. The Prodigy. So Havoc's gonna go to 20, so they'll be at 25. I'm tying the center if I pull these two out. Let's say cubes between friends, really. Oh no, they have Marble Boy. Oh, and we grabbed Marble Boy. Cool. Matt Maxon, thank you for the 79 buds. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The worst part is the waiting. We probably aren't winning the breaker anyways. Yeah, that's true. Would I have won if I would have just played Magneto on the left? We would have won left and right, yeah. Everybody with the same deck is so boring. I mean, objectively, you're very wrong. By the numbers, Marvel Snap's current metagame balance is like very objectively good. I would just make what I think is the compelling argument that despite there being a lot of variety, the variety doesn't feel great to play into. Because even this is technically very different than what our previous opponent was playing, just for a point of reference. I'll play for right and center, I think. Gives us 12 over here, up to 39. We'll have 17 in the center. What information are you trying to access with a thumbnail command on the YouTube side, Brian L? Can't think of anything that immediately comes to mind. They were pretty unlikely to win that there, right? They needed one Doombot to go right and one to go left. Any of them went center and we lost. They lost. We are not playing against a human being. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Well, that's rude. We're gonna spider this bar sinister. It's gonna be great. I think I disagree with the statement that Frankie's a boring design. A couple of people have said that, and I think you're wrong.
I am Iron Man.
I actually think Frankie's a pretty interesting design as far as scaling cards go. There's a lot of deck building considerations around her.
I am Iron Man.
This will be 28. She's just also ultimately, it's typically a hard sell in Marvel Snap to tell you it's worth jumping through a bunch of hoops to play this card that just gives you numbers when there's so many efficient ways to break numbers. Is like what it largely comes down to.
Doom rules all. Behold my mighty hand.
The Scarlet Spider costs the same as Frankie. Yeah, that's fair. He's a little bigger.
Victory.
Just before we take our ad break and move on to the next idea with it, this is the type of deck that I really wish was better in Marvel Snap. It's got some neat synergies and some deck building things, but I feel like that set of games really hammered the two sides of the coin that you run into issues with a deck like this, where it's like the end of turn decks felt like they made better numbers going over the top of us, and the decks that are looking to break all of our stuff have lots of opportunities and windows to break our stuff, whether it's a Cannonball, a Shang-Chi, or a Shadow King, or a mixture of the above. Like, the big payoff that we're working towards very cleanly gets deleted off the board very efficiently. We're not done yet. I've got some other decks we want to explore with her, but I think, unfortunately, as much as I like the look of this first one, it's probably not good enough. If you're watching on YouTube and you enjoy me taking my cubes and setting them ablaze while testing new cards, make sure you tap the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll be back with our next deck in a minute. Stand up for a little bit, I think. Oh. Yeah, we could have bit that one. Mr. Akagami! Thank you for the over 2 years. Welcome back. And Giozy, thank you for the 26 as well. Welcome, folks. Yeah, like, I liked the core of this deck before Frankie. It felt all right. This deck has so many twos it wants to play ASAP. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Pedro. That's a bot, so it probably doesn't matter. I want to do this so that way I can play a bunch of cards out next turn. But if I put her here, because I'm going to brick a draw on the left anyways, right? So I'd rather just spread my points out, I think. Oh, I should, yeah, I should order it the other way. I should Gulia and then L6. I'm going to shuffle the Krakoa bonus. That's fine, that's fine. It'll be all right. Why would Frankie be good with Patriot? Can you explain? I think playing her with Valentina seems like something worth poking at. I can't think of a reason why it would be good with Patriot. Oh, Iron Patriot, not Patriot. Iron Patriot. Sure, that seems fine. Same reason as Valentina. There's a chat called just regular Patriot gamers. That very much does not have any synergy with Frankie. I think that's such a great way to put it, Bitterfig. Frankie seems like a totally reasonable card in unreasonable context. Yeah, I think in a different world she'd be very, very good. Getting her to like a 2-8 or a 2-10 seems like pretty serviceable and practical. Bots can retreat all the time. All of my cards are in danger. Unfortunately, both of my my biggest power things that Gladiator can't kill are in my hand. I think I do this, and then next turn I go. They're just a Killmonger deck. I don't really want to play the Pimero. One or a two. One or a two. I have to play all three of these if I want to be able to play Squatch and Mockingbird. I think I'm supposed to leave because we're beat, but I also, again, just, like, really want to kind of play games, so we're gonna stay. Oh. Thanks. Oh, it ruins the Mockingbird. Because I didn't surge first. That's actually a really big deal. I still win this. I'm gonna lose because they got a 6 power thing out of my deck, aren't I? No, we're good, yeah. God bless us, everyone. Alright, failed to play around Warhead and still got it. Why did you change your order at the last minute to give Surge the Elsa bonus? Because I didn't want to get, like, Misery Killmongered. The opponent's archetype is typically a Misery deck. Hey, JLP, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Yeah, there seemed to be some incredibly crossed wires at the idea that there was supposed to be another card today. Unsure what exactly they're doing, but it's not a great look either way. I was gonna play Marvel Retreat. And super clunky and Mindscape's not doing us any favors. I really like Frankie, but she feels like a Series 4 card, not a Series 5 card. Can you articulate that position to me? Because that's something I hear people say periodically. Like, what's a good example of like what's supposed to be a Series 5 card in your mind? Like, what is this is supposed to be a Series 5 card? What is it doing different? Help me understand. She feels more narrow in deck building. I mean, there's a bunch of Series 5 cards that are super narrow in deck building, yeah? Grapple arrow doesn't work because of Cosmo. It's unfortunate. The common sentiment tends to be that 5 tend to be defining in power level, and others seem like optional or supportive cards of the common sentiment. Yeah, but that doesn't match reality at all, right? Like, if you go look at the actual list of cards that have been released over the better part of the last year, like, most cards they've released, most cards that get released into Marvel Snap are supportive and optional. Are they going to do a series drop again? Probably not. I would be surprised if they did.
This just in.
Quicksilver Gaming. Second Dinner has shared that Fire Lord will be released alongside High Voltage. That doesn't surprise me because it has direct synergy with the card that is releasing in High Voltage. I should have put Frankie on the right. Not that it seems like it matters. I think I do this as a way to try and shut down the Galactus a little bit, because next turn I get to go ahead and go Sam Wilson, which will let me move the shield out on the last turn. Kitty's a great draw because it means I can crack the Ice Cube. You know, I should have assumed they were gonna Galactus center, and I should have given the buff to Kitty so I could play her right. The Galacta bonus actually goes on the one in the center, but I can't really maneuver that to anywhere that's useful. We're adding +7 on the right. Oh, and they're just playing for the left. We're gonna get, like, Mercury Cannonballed because they had 7 energy. That's totally what's about to happen to me, yeah. Everything turned out better than expected. Yeah, they just couldn't play into the big house. Was our saving grace here?
Victory.
Frankie is a very reasonable, playable Marvel Snap card that's also a really easy skip for most people. If you are on limited resources, you absolutely should not spend them on this card. I think there's also a few different ways to build decks around her and not feel bad about it. What's the best way? You're gonna feel bad playing a lot of Frankie decks, but not because of her. Is that the most positive framing? I think that's the most positive framing I could give it. That's a good specific articulation from Sarek. Frankie encourages you to play decks that are incredibly vulnerable to commonly played Marvel Snap cards. Really, really good, clean, precise way to explain what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I like that articulation a lot. Gosh, I was thinking about snapping them. They snapped me? Are you crazy? I think it's just a Bob snap? That seems silly. Bop some Doombots. Dude, where's Makari? And then, so this triggers Elsa, this triggers Elsa, these three go center along with the Mysterio, and then I can move this on the last turn and play Sasquatch, Mockingbird, Kitty Pryde. I don't want to play Mr. Fantastic out because I want these three to guaranteed move here. Strange Academy always moves them in the order they were played. Sandman. You better get ready for your 10-minute break if I get Sandman, gamer. I won't even feel bad about that. Don't you put that mojo in my house. So here's the thing. Wait, what? Since when does Strange Academy not move them in the order they were played? Am I crazy, or has that always moved them in the order they were played previously? Am I just completely misremembering? I was 100% confident it was play order. Oh, the shield doesn't count as a played card. Yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, so Invisible Woman pops off. This already blew something up. This is going to trigger twice. So they're going to gain 4, 5, 6 over here up to 30. So I'm gaining 2. Let's finish counting this like they didn't leave. So they're going to 30 from Invisible Woman, assuming they play 1 card. I would gain 2 passively from Xandar, and I would gain 2 passively from Elsa Bloodstone, which means I'm at 13. So I need to add 18 points here to be winning this location. So I would have needed to go Sasquatch and Mockingbird here, and then I would have only had Kitty for over here. I think I end up staying because we're at 14 in the middle, but it's kind of close if they don't leave. But we definitely were winning the right. They hit my Surged Kitty on the 1 in 8. What a just absolutely miserable RNG fiesta. Oh my goodness, take your fucking cube.
Escaped.
Zemo always takes the lowest cost card. Yes, and my lowest cost card was 1 in 8 to be on top of my deck. For people that missed my cackle there, after my opponent hit the 1 in 8 on taking my Surge card, my Pedro was 1 in 5 to select the Acid Arrow, and then 1 in 2 to give it extra power. And it did both of those things. Life sucks and then you die. Think I want a second Surge. Hopefully Martin will give us some cubes. If they're a Destroy bot, that's not a given. But yeah, Martin's probably a good clanker. I don't think they're gonna take my cubes away. Against a human being, I'd be terrified. What lovely AI behavior. Played the Professor X right into the Enchantress path. Mount for blood, Martin. And you ain't got any. Stupid bot. Elsa Bloodstone is everything good and pure about Marvel Snapchat. She encourages you to actually play cards. Just so we're clear. Elsa Bloodstone is one of the purest Marvel Snap cards ever to be made. Two cubes away, chat. Oh, I didn't have alliance missions that whole time. I like how there's 800 dots for everything in this application, but there aren't any reminders to actually get alliance missions when you're missing them. Like, of all the things I would like a notification for, they don't give us a notification for the one thing I actually want. Bennett! Oh, baby Bennett. My boy, my main man, Bennett. Bennett heard we were 2 cubes away, gamers. He's like, I got you, fam. Bennett about to 1 cube retreat the shit out of us. All right, Betty boy, don't you dare. Don't you freaking leave, Bennett. Submit your turn. Submit. Submit. All right.
What a game!
Bennett's about to killmonger my ass. Ah, should have had faith and played my basic arrow up. Wow, look at this cheater carnage.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Bennett is such freaking scum. Ah, if I'd have played the basic arrow out, it would have been perfect. I think this is still the play. My heart missed a beat when the Shang-Chi flipped up, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, I fucking lost, didn't I? Sure did. Sure did. No, wait, I won the center? Oh, Bennett. Bennett kept me guessing shit. All the way to the end, old Betty boy. Now I can post a video saying Frankie Ray got me to infinite? No clickbait. Frankie Ray carries me to infinite. No clickbait, no kappa. We're such a skilled gamer. Broken marble snap. Doing it again. Broken new card. Carrying me to infinite. Cable means I'm about to be dismantled piece by piece. Like 99% sure she's Galacto, and I'm not clicking again to find out. The rest of my hand just does nothing. My Elsa Bloodstone has no text.
Escaped.
Alright, it drug us to infinite. Let's see if we can actually do something with the new card still, because we really haven't drawn it very much, which is unfortunate. Have an end roll. I'm going to run to the rest. We're going to play some more of this when we return. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. If you're watching on the YouTube side, consider tapping the like button. I don't get beat up for free. Pay me with the button. Username here from our opponent, Octor Doctorpus. I love playing Frankie on curve, but I also just kind of don't have anything else to do here.
Opponent snapped.
I'm optimally supposed to leave here, I think, but I also just kind of want to play a game, so I'm going to do that. My favorite part of Grand Arena is just getting to play the game without worrying about snapping. Yeah, I really like Grand Arena. I actually think the way Sanctum Showdown leverages snapping is just better. Is just better than the way snapping is in regular Snap. Like, I like that there's a wager component to it, but it's not a... It's tied to the game outcome as opposed to the ladder outcome. I think I prefer the mechanic of the snapping being tied to the game outcome as opposed to the strict ladder outcome. They've played 2-card center. I'd be totally fine with a ladder being Sanctum Showdown, so even if I lose, I still make progress. Yeah, unironically, I think that's one of the smartest things Shadowverse did with their ladder design, is the fact that the ladder only goes up in Shadowverse, and then the thing that allows you to see if you're doing well or not is your separate group is really smart. Like, I think Shadowverse legitimately has the best design ladder system in any of these games. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, unironically, feels like, the biggest monkey paw wish I've ever made. It's like someone said, all right, Jeff, you're gonna get every feature and design choice you've ever wanted in a digital card game, but also the balance is gonna be some of the worst you've ever experienced. It's like, would you take one if you had to take the other? And the answer is obviously no. Hopefully they get their stuff together and do a balanced pass, or their next set is better, but their current metagame is really awful. Mark, thank you for the 32 months. Can you dub down the current Shadowverse metagame for those of us that haven't played? It's literally just like a couple of super erroneous design mistakes in tandem with a game that doesn't do balance passes. I've talked a lot about how I think Marvel Snap is one of the best balanced games I've ever played, and it's in no small part one of the best balanced games because they do regular balance passes. Those two things are super related to each other. Regular updates are so important for live service games to keep it fresh. A couple of weeks into a Magic Standard or Pocket format and feel stale. Yeah, I think the only reason Pocket's remotely serviceable is because they do new cards every 4 weeks like clockwork. There are so many people that like to complain that like Pocket releases cards too fast, but like genuinely, it's the only reason the game is remotely fine. It's important that they release cards quickly. What's gonna happen here next turn? So I'll play 2 cards. I'll have 2 created cards. Like I guess I just do this actually. Yeah. Dream Dimension's real bad for us. Think we're probably dead here. I don't think I can reasonably expect this to win anything. There's a world where, and maybe if they limp, we'll do this. There's a world where we do this. They just like don't play for the center because Frankie and Pim are here, and then 19 wins the right. Surging Kitty has more power than Mockingbird, so that's actually true. But I think I want to play for 19 on the right, and Surging Kitty are not more there. Optimally, I think we're supposed to retreat here, but I think there's a chance they throw the center because we can't win the left, and we're posed to have a lot of points in the center, and then we win the right with 19. Have you added Frankie to Dirty 30 yet? I mean, I put a deck together that's the Dirty 30 deck with Frankie, but she's literally just a 2/6 in that deck. So, like, she's probably fine. She's probably an upgrade to Nebula, but she's super forgettable, not a card you should spend resources on to play that deck, and that deck's probably still not good even with her. It's just, like, not a... I feel like if she's a card you want to play, you want her to be a 2/8 to 2/10 with some consistency. Otherwise, it's just not really worthwhile. I'm also not sure she's better than Nebula when Killmonger's are less common. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to be in a metagame where Killmonger's less common again, so I don't think that's a relevant thought. Ooh. Piece of candy. Hate everything. I'm gonna say this, and I know it's a strong statement, but I wholeheartedly stand by it. Buffing Mobius was one of the singular worst and most baffling balance decisions the Marvel Snap team has ever done. And I don't understand how in one breath you can understand and acknowledge that Red Guardian needs a nerf and then buff fucking Morbius to a 3/4. Like, I don't understand how the same people make those two decisions. This Enchantress doesn't even matter. Pretty sure this is the better line. The Enchantress is not... Oh, I guess the Enchantress unlocks this being 0, right? I don't know. I'm still losing the left, and then how am I winning the others? I guess I have 12 power Hulkling. I guess I play Kitty, this. Maybe that's fine. Maybe. I'm still cooked on the left. They only have one Invisible Woman, right? So we're probably fine. Or do they have Warhead? Yeah, they could. Let's lead on this. And they have to put something left. Because we are tied 16 to 16 there at least. Oh, I lost because I flipped the Mysterios back around. I should have put this here. I had it right the first time. Well, Mockingbird's gonna be cheap. Your mutes get reset with every patch. That's because the mute saving at all is a bug, not a feature. Anytime the fact that your mutes get held over game to game has come up to second dinner devs that I've seen, they've been surprised that that was the case. Alright, this is the game Frankie does something, yeah? I believe. And the next turn we get to go Galactic Kitty, and then we have Sasquatch plus something else in the last turn. I'm gonna be honest, at this point I'm kinda convinced Hulkling only exists for making cards that generate 6 energy cards worse. Feels like that's his primary purpose in life. What do I do? You make Valentina worse. Oh no. Oh no! In New York, you can take coin flips. Fuck all the variants from New York. Do 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 do. Is Nova any good? I think 210 is a really good stat line. I think Nova is almost assuredly a really good Marvel Snap card that I'm not sure has any decks that are playable because of the state of the rest of Marvel Snap. I think if you're a more casual Marvel Snap player who doesn't queue into people playing competitive decks very frequently, it's probably a very sweet card. We're going to 25 here. I can add 17, also up to 25. Five, 12. Yeah, it's only 17.
Victory.
You can Magneto, middle, and win with Victoria. Now, the Magneto comes back to my hand. And let me win Mojo World, but... I took a 2-year break from Clash Royale, and I'm coming back, and they have 28 days worth of returning player rewards. Yeah, but, like, what is, like, the monetary value of those rewards? The number of days doesn't matter. And, like, Clash Royale is, like, one of, if not the most pay-to-win digital card game that exists, right? Am I misremembering? Or, like, in Clash, you can literally spend money to make numbers on your cards bigger, yeah? So I feel like anything Clash does isn't super one-to-one for Snap. Like, don't get me wrong, Snap needs significantly better returning player rewards, but
I found a rock.
I don't think you could draw one-to-one comparisons there meaningfully. If I do this, then we jam Frankie over here next turn. Oh, they're playing arrow shit. It's like, what is going on?
Opponent snapped.
I don't care about my snap points. Let's just play games. That should be like a hobgoblin or something in the center. Cool.
Escape.
Hobgoblin at home, something like that. The old 40 card Marvel Snap deck have the perfects, you know. No big deal. Average Airship experience. That deck top 8 in the Golden Golem, by the way. For everybody wondering. One bad hit, 2 good hits, 1 okay hit. I'd rather not Sasquatch, though. Surge is fine.
Oh, snap.
Marvel Retreat. Marvel Retreat. Do 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 do.
Victory.
So I asked for you to do more Once Upon a Galaxy lobbies later today. Tomorrow I think we're gonna end on Once Upon a Galaxy. Usually we only do each game for one segment each day. I don't bounce back and forth. It's bad for viewer count. Take my plans, play Snap for another hour or two, and then close out on probably a DC Dark Legion draft again this evening. I'm gonna have a successful level 7 meta human run. It kills me. DJ Fahey, thank you for the 27 months. It's a long time. Welcome back. I'm gonna go for the extra NRG here, I think. And go rock into Frankie and then squanch over there to get up to 18 on turn 4. What are we gonna do with that extra energy? I don't know. Hopefully draw not rocks, but figure it out. Even remembered to play my rock around Teenage Warhead. We're so good at this. What does the new card do? It doubles its power the first time you play a 6-drop after her. More specifically, it only doubles once.
Opponent snapped.
Shang my Chi gamer. I think I play the stereo in case we top deck the Mockingbird. So it's basically a 2/6. At face value, it's a 2/6, but if you can, like, give it plus space power, it could be like a 2/8 or a 2/10. It's like if you Galacta it or Elsa Bloodstone it. So, not exciting as a 2/6, but a 2/10 is pretty solidly above rate.
Power must be controlled.
Escaped.
It took a little while to happen, but Fenris Wolf has definitely finally become the card that I was worried it was going to be when it first released. And it turns out just Shang-Chi wasn't enough of an enabler, but with the critical mass of things like Gladiator and other things like that in tandem with it, it's definitely not a great time. I mean this in the most positive way I possibly can. But if you don't enjoy the experience of playing against tech cards, you should genuinely stop playing Marvel Snap. Second Dinner's design team considers them a core part of their game balance, and you are a fool if you expect it to meaningfully change. It's never changing. Ever. In a million years. Just gotta roll with the punches and laugh instead of cry, or go do something else. It's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the reality.
Opponent snapped.
It's not good no matter how I slice it. They're supposed to leave again, right? Oh, are they playing freaking... They're gonna cannonball me. Christ almighty. Yeah. Oh, I got Cosmoed off of my basic arrow. I would have won this game if I won the cannonball 50-50. I would have won this game with the cannonball 50-50. If the cannonball would have killed Elsa Bloodstone instead of Frankie Ray, I would have been -2 on the right, and I would have been +5 in the center for a total of +3. Cool. This, unfortunately, just feels like another deck where I titled it Fair Frankie, kind of expecting what we were going to have going in to happen, and she's really sweet when she's 10 points of power, but, like, what's the best way to describe this design? Have you ever looked at your scaling payoff and been like, dying to Shang-Chi and Shadow King's not enough? No. What What if my stat stick also died to Red Guardian? That's Frankie Ray. I mean, we got to infinite with it, thanks to our beep boop overlords beeping, 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 and booping, and bopping, and whopping. So that had that going for us, but I don't think I guess it's another deck where I don't think I'd recommend it based on power level and how it lines up and everything. I think in a different world, Frankie Ray's sounds very sweet. However, this deck, in addition to dying to the cards that Shang-Chi and Shadow King you, also has a bad time against Morbius, so it's probably a really bad combination of cards to play overall. Have an advert. We're gonna try something else when we get back, maybe. Probably, yeah. Let's say sure. We'll do one more snap deck. Really just don't want to play her as a 2/6. It's so boring. Not the first Frankie deck of the day. Nah, card came out 2 hours ago. This is just like one of those decks where, like, I look at it and I see people have an okay win rate, and it's just like the types of matches you have to be playing or the types of decks you have to be playing against for, like, this to be able to win games for you just has to look incredibly different than the types of things I play against all the time. It's like you are just not playing remotely the same game of Marvel Snap I am. This pile of cards has stats less bad than I was expecting. That's the content creator Frankie Ray special right there. Shove it on in. Oh, that's cute. Misty Knight can let Frankie Ray be bigger than 2/6. I'd buy that for $1, maybe. That's the auto deck, sure. I could see that being a thing that's okay to explore. What about a Kohori deck? Kohori does not consistently buff the thing you're targeting. It's just not how that card works. It's impossible to aim. Really wish I could play Frankie and Agony in the same pile and not feel embarrassed about it. Are there any options that enable that to be the case? Probably not. What about a Pixie deck? What about it? So again, I feel like the key to having this card being remotely worthwhile is that you can't just this card's build around cost isn't just play a 6 cost card, because playing a 6 cost card to get a lizard isn't a worthwhile inclusion in most decks. So in order for this card to be doing something compelling, you need to have something else to go with it. And I don't know. Honestly, maybe it's just maybe Agony Penny is enough. Is there ever a world where Agony Penny is enough? What else do you do? Can I just, like, play this with Tech Slop? But I just, like, did this, and then, put a Dr. Doom and a Magneto at the top end, and then a bunch of tech cards. Proactive tech cards. Yeah, Valentina is the second enabler. It's probably fine. Then Stardust have anti-synergy with Dr. Doom. I suppose you're right. Ever worth trying to Prodigy, Frigga, or Moon Girl Frankie? Absolutely not. Not even a little bit. Well, I think we'll cope with this tomorrow when we hit the snap segment. I think I'm gonna call it an evening on snap for now. Anti-venom might be okay. I'll do a Dark Legion draft to wrap things up again, and I'll try something tomorrow. Have to give up like Stardust for this. I like having another good 4 though with Penny Agony. Agony's decent with all of these 2s, which is cute. Do I need Cosmo? I probably don't need Cosmo. Alright. Where is my launcher? There it is. There it is. There's my audio. How'd the Alliance do on the Umbral Rift? League damage, 5.2 billion. Look at those numbers, gamers. Who doesn't love Noombars? Prizes. All right. I'm gonna get one of these meta human drafts to light up at some point on rank 7. I've only beaten rank 7 with the Justice League Dark. They've added a lot of good meta humans to the game, and I feel like it's gotta be possible to get through it with another group if our dorks line up eventually. Extra champion recruitment is lovely. Fight! Think of the power of rock guitar chant. I don't stand a chance. Nice. We hit an extra Wonder Woman. It's lovely. All champions get 25% physical and special defense. That's stellar. Those are ones we would like to stack up. Upon recruiting a Justice League champion, will get 3 additional stars. That's not terrible for metahumans. There's a lot of good metahumans that are Justice League. That dork's gonna die relatively soon.
I've got this one on my own.
She probably is gonna die in this fight, but that's fine. She'll provide a nominal buff along the way. We're not gonna play her in this composition, so.
Don't underestimate me.
For any of the regulars hanging out that haven't seen me chilling playing this before, this is DC Dark Legion. It's a character collector RPG game on Android, iOS, and PC. Been playing it regularly since it launched. Ooh, got an early copy of Talia. That's lovely. There's a random Raven in there, too. Find some copies of her could be okay. I would love a couple of Justice League friends. 2 more metahumans. Excellent. I think we'll take the retro cognition. See what bonuses we get here. 20% HP for all champions. It's a lot of good sustain early here for us. This is a roguelite drafting mode inside of it. I think I take any of these modifiers. I don't really want to spend 200 on crit damage this early. Ideally, we want to get like extra stars and stuff for our champions later. So save our currency for the next shop. Alright, we have enough for a full team of metahumans now. We'll put Wonder Woman and Killer Croc up front. We'll drop these friends in the back. Gives us the Justice League bonus too. May or may not play Wonder Woman long term. She's a pretty solid unit. Killer Croc is pretty mediocre though, so if he takes some hits and dies here, it's not a big deal. We need a healer. Green Lantern we find to splash the Justice League bonus, but ideally we find a Crypto because he's a metahuman. Metahuman.
Great Hera.
There's a good pup. Okay, there's Al Ghul. Don't really have any other fantastic picks here. I guess we'll grab Kara because she could be okay. Like none of the characters are particularly stellar in just the first copy. You need stars on them to be useful. Yeah, I'll take dodge on everybody here. A lot of sustained retrocognitions, which is nice. No copies of Bane yet this draft, so can't quite play League of Assassins. I think I'm gonna let Killer Croc just eat it here. Again, we're not playing him long term, so the character you put in this front left spot takes the most aggro. He has 3 opponents target him at the start.
Let's make some way.
Great Hera.
We still don't. Wonder Woman gives some shield, but we still don't have a proper healer. Killer Croc died as expected. That's fine. We're not going to play with him anymore. Stars on Crypto are great. He's a really solid healer once he hits 5 white. Okay, it's another 20 HP, 20% HP bonus. And a discount when purchasing things sounds great. Wonder Woman is mostly dead. There's our pupper. We'll throw Martian Manhunter in the front. Well, I don't know if I want him front left necessarily though.
Great Hera.
Probably swap these. Her not having any stars isn't great, but we do have a healer at least now.
Make some way.
Great Hera.
Alright, Crypto, I'm gonna need you to keep Manhunter alive, please. That would be great, thanks. It's a really solid range of stars. Might play him if he keeps picking them up. I also got some stars for Supergirl, which is nice. Arkham's Most Wanted and missing on Bane's unfortunate, so give us some extra crystals typically. We got 1,200 purchases going in here, which is nice. We got a discount on our shop purchase this time around too. Lifesteal is nice. Crit damage ain't bad. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna take stars on him as well. I'll take Lifesteal also. Guaranteed to be a mythic one. I don't think that's worth purchasing. I'm gonna grab the ones that give us stat modifiers. Extra attack I don't think is worthwhile. I just want the sustain, I think. Oh, maybe I should have healed there. Some of our dorks are low, yeah. Yeah, I probably should have healed 50% there. I'll pull Namor out and put
Tell him to watch the sky.
Kara in, I think.
I will not die today.
Let's try this. Our overall power is a little bit low, though. And Martian Manhunter being low to start here isn't stellar. Yeah, Kara dying there is not stellar. Assuredly, the dog keeps everybody else alive, yeah. Raish has some built-in healing on his kit. I think if he's alt, he's good. Nope. Yikes. Alright. Well, I'm surprised Manhunter lived through that. He was really low to start. Hopefully we can find another copy of the dog here on this draft. Alright, extra Manhunter is great. God, these drafts are really mediocre. We'll definitely take a Shazam stars. I think I'll grab him, but I'm going to have to pay to resurrect him. That's not exciting. Or more specifically, hit the... Let's take a retro and then go to the book, actually. None of those are stellar. Book could screw us. Bad Family loses 5, get an epic or higher. That's not bad. I like that. Get a bunch of currency. Alright, so Shazam can go in here. We'll tab him as well, and we should get through here no problem. Is it a flavor fail to have to pay to revive Algol? Probably. He does have a self-revive in his kit. It must have just not have been ready when he died in that previous one. Manhunter almost died there, but the dog pulled him through. God, our rolls on multiple champions have been so bad. I think that's part of the problem with the metahumans is there's just such a wide range of things they can pull from. You're pretty unlikely to get extra copies of the things you already have. All right, we have a metric ton of currency. Hopefully there's relevant things in here for us to buy. It's not terrible. Justice League Dark stars up. Manhunter stars up. Kara could star up. Oh. Okay, so we get Kara back. And let's heal everybody. Let's grab Manhunter stars. Let's power up our Justice League friends. I guess I can put stars on her too. I don't think we're gonna be big enough to punch through this final boss here. I think we're probably gonna be drastically outpowered. Oh yeah. Yeah, if we have some more extra numbers to get to that, but I think we're only about 500,000. Usually, I think the lowest I've ever been going into this fight and been successful was like 700,000 or so. I don't think we're gonna be able to get above 500 or so. Yeah, 450. And this is awkward. He's what's what I'm searching for. He's a melee, which means that these dorks all grouping up near him is not good. He's gonna smash into all of them at once. Let's give it a try, but I assume this dork just smokes us.
Great hero.
Yeah, those two ladies just melted. Don't think there's anything to be done from this character pool. I could swap this, I guess, but he'll land 3 white stars, so it's basically useless.
Let's make some way.
Great
Try to use the Justice League of the hardest difficulty. Who should I keep an eye out for? Superman with lifesteal have been my best Justice League ones. If you get him with a little bit of lifesteal, it can give him a lot of sustain to get through on the final bosses. And then you basically can't clear. I think the only team that can reasonably clear without a healer is probably the Bat family, but everybody else needs a healer, so you definitely want to prioritize Green Lantern as well as your Justice League healer. Oh, you know what? Mara's technically a Justice League healer now too, right? All right, that draft was really mediocre. I'm gonna try and not bet a human one. Well, maybe we'll do a Justice League one, see what we can do. Well, I guess Hawkgirl is on the opening banner right now too, which is nice. Let's try that. I was really surprised they didn't buff Hawkgirl or the Birds of Prey bonus before they ran her. They like delayed her for a cycle because she was a low pull priority, and then they just ran her all the same. These are wonderful first rolls. Get Clark right away. Extra energy gain is really solid for Justice League. Hitting Superman's ult more frequently is real good, for example, like we were talking about a second ago.
This looks like a job for Superman.
Hawkgirl has that little bit of CC in her kit is nice. Speaking of nice, Aquaman. Aquaman's one of the few characters that's actually really good, even when you don't have any stars in him, because his main power is his all champions lose 50% HP. Justice League star up by 5. All champions lose 80% HP. All champions are permanent. I think I'm gonna take the lose 80% because I would like we might play Superboy long term in this. So basically it's like lose 30% extra HP to get stars on Superboy. I don't think that 30% is gonna be a difference maker here. I'm gonna want to spend to heal 50 here either way. Superman's a really solid one too. Put this up front. Put him in the back. Still no healer here, and I don't have any lifesteal, so high priority in my draft from here is a lifesteal retrocognition or a copies of Green Lantern. Green Arrow is the weak link in our current composition. God, this is always feels so bad when you hit the end here and like none of these are characters you already have copies of. We'll take Crypto because he could, if we end up rolling copies of Crypto, getting him to like blue or purple makes him a playable healer for our group. Well, that is like one of the premium Justice Leagues. After any champions cast their ultimate, the next champion to cast their ultimate deals 60% more damage. And it increases for each Justice League champ, so would love that one. Still need a healer though. I guess I'll put the dog in. It gives me the metahuman and the super team, and he does a little bit of healing. The problem is when you don't have 5 white stars, the only skill they have is their ultimate. But his ultimate does still heal a little bit. 50% discount on our first shop purchase. Better than nothing. Extra targeted recruitment. Come on, give me good ones this time through. Okay, give me 4 people to put more stars on. Would be great. And I'll even take more copies of Hawk Girl. I'm not picky.
Let's make some way.
Aquaman's a character that's like fine in the waves, but he's so bad in the boss fight. They just don't have minions to AoE typically. These are all pretty worthless for us. Alright, half off on the first one. Oh my goodness, that's such a bad beat. I mean, I guess I'll take Echoed Legacy, but like all of these are so bad. Big bleh. Still just don't have any stars on the dog. Hopefully there's a chance Superman and or Hawkgirl don't survive this fight. Hopefully the CC here gives them enough time to clean up. But be a little close. All right, getting through this with everybody alive is great. Can we please just get 4 upgrades now? Could have gone worse. Man, do I take Green Lantern? Green Lantern's a healer. He's just not going to be useful without any stars is the problem. I definitely want this. These other 2 are between these 3. I think I'm more likely to splash. I think I'm more likely to play Martian Manhunter than I am Shazam. Shazam's just not stellar in the bosses. I think we need to hit a heal here. Otherwise we're just gonna be way too low. This is an incredible roll. Legion of Doom lose 5 stars, Justice League gain 5 stars. Like, get to actually penalize things that we're not using, and Superman's up to 5 red. If we hit a Lifesteal retro, we might be okay here. I was hoping to roll a Green Lantern there would have been great. All champion star up by 5. Okay. And we're gonna have some options here. Extra crit rate, yep. Can I get a Lifesteal retro recognition here, please? All Justice League champions gain 90% attack and HP. Yeah, that's probably the winner. There's stars for Crypto, but it's hard to pass that one up, I think. Alright, let's see. This is gonna really be one of the bigger numbers we've hit the end with. We can get up to 1,000,000 power here. Not a guarantee, but we're gonna have some options.
Beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
We're gonna start with this. I might try a couple of configurations here if we go down.
Let's make some way.
Yeah, without a big heal on Superman's ult, it's gonna be a tough sell, I think.
Let's make some way.
I think he gives some sustain as well. Let's try and put him in over the Hawk. I'll pull Clark back a little bit to start, so he draws a little less aggro.
Beware Green Lantern's power.
And we're just not gonna have enough sustain here. We had some damage for a change, but yeah. Rip. Level 7 boss are just so brutal. You have to have your draft be almost perfect. Alright, gamers, it's about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and take off for the evening. Appreciate everybody that hung out through the end. I think the plan for tomorrow is gonna be somewhat similar today with maybe a slightly different order. I think we're gonna do some Pocket to start. We'll play some Snap in the afternoon, and then we'll wrap things up with some Once Upon a Galaxy at the very end, methinks. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and hopefully we'll see you back again tomorrow.